Well, starting this fall in the Northern Cass Public School District, there will be a mental health services available to students right on site at their school.
United Way of Cass Clay and the school district have teamed up to eliminate the barriers of mental health. Here to tell us more are Corey Steiner and Christina Hine. To both of you, thanks so much for being here. Corey, we'll start with you. So let's talk about what were some of the typical barriers that you would see when it comes to mental health for the students.
You know, for our location, we're 25 miles from Fargo, and that sure doesn't seem like a long ways, but if you think about it from a parent and student perspective, you'd often see a parent go to work, drive back out to our school, take their child, go to the appointment for our back out, and then back, losing a half a day of work and typically a half a day of school for a child. And that's a significant barrier when you look at that over the course of the year. It's just not doable.
Yeah, and it is something that is present in the schools that I'm sure you guys have talked about too.
Yeah, I mean, we know more about mental health than we ever had in our history, especially in our schools. And so with that responsibility means we have to do more, which means we have to educate the whole student, and that's what these services are going to start to allow us to do.
And so United Way does some amazing things. Did you reach out to them, or did you guys contact them? Hey, maybe there's a collaboration here. How did this partnership come about?
We reached out to the United Way. We knew that they were doing some of these things in the bigger schools, and we asked if they had any interest in getting into the rural schools.
So Christina, talk about what you guys are going to be doing now in that school.
Yes, you think about that partnership. It's actually United Way, Northern Cass Public Schools, and Brigham Foundation as well, and that's the power of working together. None of us could do this on our own, but the fact that we are all contributing is really what made this happen. But Corey shared with me that Wednesday of next week will be the first day this will be on site. And, you know, I visited with some of your counseling team. They are wonderful, by the way, wonderful, wonderful people. But they were sharing how wonderful this is for them. And they've been calling parents and telling them that this will be available next week, and just that sense of relief. So that really made it real for me yesterday, visiting with your counselors and knowing how much this will impact them and the students they see every day.
So you're going to have full-time staff now on site, or is it once a week?
It's once a week, so they'll be there and mimic the school day from 8 to 4 on every Wednesday.
That's great.
How many students do you see starting when this does roll out on Wednesday?
The village believes they're going to be able to serve between 20 and 25 students. Next week already, we've got 8 students lined up to start receiving services.
Wow.
So are you looking to raise more money to get maybe more people, or how can people help out and make a difference?
This is definitely a pilot program. You know, what I love about working with Corey and all of the partners we work with is it's about data and about measurement. And so those counselors are going to be measuring the services that are being provided, and we'll take a look at that, and then we'll assess how do we grow this, how do we pivot, how do we change, and that's really what we're looking at. But definitely, when people give to United Way, these are the types of things that we want to invest in, and these new strategies are very exciting for us, and we can do that when the community steps forward to give dollars.
So for you, Corey, what's the most important data points for you?
You know, for us, it's going to be seeing kids that are less anxious, less depressed, some of that self-reporting, less suicide ideation, which, I mean, those are a problem in our schools right now. Our youth risk behavior survey says that. Kids that are seeing grades get better, attendance get better. I mean, there's some data points that we want with every student, but by getting these data points, one of the things we really think can happen is, you know, the legislators in Bismarck have taken this up the last 2 years, and each year they haven't been able to find a way to come up with funding. We think if we can show them hard data, they can roll out something that can be used across the state.
Wow.
Good stuff. Well, more on this right after this short break.